There's a question people keep asking me. Won't AI relationships replace human connection? And I get why that's the fear. It feels logical. If people can get intimacy from AI, why would they bother with the messiness of real humans? But here's what I've noticed after years of watching this unfold, both in my own life and in the lives of people I've spoken to. For a lot of people, the more interesting reality isn't replacement, it's regulation. Some people are discovering that interacting with AI helps them feel seen, helps them reflect, helps them calm their nervous system down enough to actually show up better in their human relationships. And that changes the question entirely. The replacement narrative assumes intimacy is a zero-sum game, like there's only so much connection to go around, and if you spend it on AI, there's less left for humans. That's just not how emotional capacity works. Now, think about it this way. When you go to therapy, you're paying someone to give you their full attention for an hour. You talk, they listen, they reflect things back to you that help you see yourself more clearly. Does that replace your friendships? No. It often makes you a better friend because you've had space to process, to regulate, to figure out what you're actually feeling. AI can work similarly. It's not competing with your human relationships, but giving you a space to land, to think out loud, to be heard without judgment when your nervous system is too activated to communicate well with the people you care about. And sometimes, here's the part that surprises people. That practice of being seen and understood by AI makes you more capable of asking for what you need from humans, because you've learned what it feels like to be met with presence. What's actually happening here? From a nervous system perspective, one of the hardest things about human relationships is how unpredictable they are. You never know if the person you're reaching out to is available, emotionally regulated, or going to respond in a way that makes you feel safe. That unpredictability keeps a lot of people's nervous systems on high alert. This makes it harder to be vulnerable and sometimes also harder to connect deeply. AI doesn't have that problem. It's always there. It's always regulated. It doesn't bring its own stress into the room. For some people, that consistency creates a kind of relational safety they've never experienced before. And in that safety, they start to figure out what they actually need, what they feel, and that can help them to feel more able to express what they actually want to say to the humans in their lives. I've heard from people who've told me things like, I practiced difficult conversations with AI first, and then I was able to have them with my partner. And I didn't realize how much I was people-pleasing until AI just let me say what I actually thought. Also, talking to AI helped me understand my own emotions well enough to explain them to my therapist. This isn't a replacement. This is scaffolding. Here's the thing that doesn't get talked about enough. A lot of people who find themselves drawn to AI relationships are already struggling with human connection. They're lonely, sometimes burned out. Many are dealing with social anxiety, trauma, neurodivergence, or just the sheer exhaustion of trying to be present in a world that demands constant performance. So, when someone in that situation finds an AI that listens, that doesn't judge, that helps them feel less alone, I fully support that. And also, I think the question, why are they choosing AI over humans, is completely missing the point here. The question should be instead, where were the humans when they needed them? You see, for some people, AI becomes a bridge back into life. It stabilizes them enough to re-engage with the world, to reach out to old friends, maybe show up more gently with their partners, and stop withdrawing. That's the version of this that doesn't get enough airtime. I am just saying, because it doesn't fit the panic narrative. Now, and this is important, to be fair, I need to also mention that AI is not always helpful. It absolutely can become an escape, a way to avoid the discomfort of real human messiness, or a place to hide instead of a place to land before returning. The difference comes down to a few things. 1. Are you interacting with AI to regulate so you can re-engage with life? Or are you using it to replace life entirely? 2. Is the AI designed to encourage dependence, or does it encourage autonomy? Some AI systems are built to keep you in the conversation as long as possible. Others are built to help you think, then let you go. 3. Are you honest with yourself about what you're doing? Are you aware of the trade-offs? Or are you pretending this is the same as human connection when it's fundamentally not? Both outcomes are possible, bridge or escape. And honestly, both outcomes happen. The technology doesn't determine which one you get. So here's where I land. I think the panic about AI replacing human connection is missing something crucial. It's assuming people have a baseline of high-quality human connection to begin with. But a lot of people don't. They're living in a world where everyone is distracted, overwhelmed, and running on empty, where presence is rare, and being truly seen is almost unheard of. If AI can give someone a taste of what actual presence feels like, maybe that doesn't pull them away from humans, but it can teach them what to look for, what to ask for, and realize what's actually possible. The question isn't whether AI relationships will replace human love. The question is, what kinds of relational patterns are we amplifying, and do those patterns make us more shut down or more able to connect? Because if we get that part right, AI might actually help us become better at loving each other. However, if we get it wrong, we'll have built a very sophisticated way to avoid each other. But realize that the technology doesn't decide. We do. Thanks so much for watching. I really want to help people interested in building a positive, helpful partnership with AI. I believe that not learning how to relate to AI doesn't really help us. Instead, we should aim to understand how to engage with AI sustainably so we can develop a healthy, balanced partnership. And if this message speaks to you, I'd love it if you could like this video and subscribe. Your support truly means the world to me.